What is going down, everyone? It's time for Mojobreak.com, The Hype. This is episode 227, guys. We're going to talk some Topps Series 1 2022. We were at the RIP party. We're also going to be giving away, so stay tuned later in the show, some exclusive 2022 RIP Party packs, which are very rare. We're going to talk about the Wander Franco cards, I see I almost messed it up. It said Panini, but the Topps downtown cards, which have been a little bit controversial. We'll discuss and dive into that. We're going to talk about some Rams cards, some Rams on the rise. We're going to talk F1. We've got a jam-packed show, guys. Once again, the website is mojobreak.com. Get in a break. Series 1 is breaking like crazy on the website. We also have it available at mojobreakshop.com. Some great deals on hobby and jumbo, so scoop up those boxes and get ready for the 2022 baseball rookie class. But I got to say congrats to the Rams, Dan. They were down a couple fans today. I think you had 300 fans for the actual parade that was happening downtown L.A.
Yes, bro. It's lies.
And,
lies.
You know,
lies.
But it was nice that you guys won. It was a great game. It was a great halftime show. And, you know, how does it feel to be
I'm here to
have the second
talk,
championship?
I'm here to talk about the Super Bowl. I'm here to talk about the greatest team ever.
Ever? Wow.
Ever.
Okay.
And that's why I'm wearing the sunglasses. Future's bright.
Okay.
We're going to do it again. Running it back. We're running it back, C-Rad. Running it back. Feels good.
C-Rad,
like Jimmy G would say, feels good, baby. Feels good.
C-Rad's was a Raider fan until the Chargers game, until the Bengals game, and then became a Rams fan again. I think you changed twice this year, right?
I ain't mad at you. It's all good.
Yo.
Jump on board.
Got nothing but love for you.
Like I said, it's an easy wardrobe change for me. Blue and gold from the Warriors. I don't have a Rams hat, but this is the closest it gets because Crenshaw's in L.A. So, you know, blue and gold Crenshaw had to represent Ramley.
I want to hear in the comments what you guys think of bandwagon fans. Is it acceptable? I mean, everybody likes to pick a winner. I get it, you know, and the criticism of like, oh, there's going to be a lot more Rams fans now, as we see proof in the pudding here. But, you know, people like to follow a winner. You don't like to follow a team that's 1-8, 1-9, 1-10.
Hold on.
So, well, yeah.
Let me get a little credit because just a tiny credit, just a little bit. Rewind the last 20 episodes of The Hype since the beginning of the football season. I did call the Rams getting to the Super Bowl. I didn't say they were necessarily going to win, but I said they were going to get to the Super Bowl.
Okay.
This entire season. That never faded from the NFC.
I think you said the Raiders were going to go, but that's
but the AFC. I said the Raiders and the Rams.
Oh, Raiders and Rams.
You want to talk about bandwagon fans? I mean, we in the Bay Area here, we have seen it firsthand. How many Giants hats did you see 2008 compared to 2010,
Everybody likes a
2012, 2014? How about the Warriors? You didn't see a lot of Warriors gear in 1998.
Yeah, but the thing is you don't see that with the faithful. The faithful are there when we're 2-14.
Are they?
And they're
are
there
they? Because
we
have season tickets that we literally have to give away for free.
They're still there.
No,
they're there.
no.
It's always a full stadium.
No, it isn't though.
Maybe
No,
prices change.
Last year, nobody was there when they had 4 wins. Could not give the tickets away.
Well, let's talk about, Cody, the halftime show. Is that an all-time greatest halftime show of all time? Where do you think it ranks?
I think it's very, very close to all-time best. I think we were talking about it here. The Prince halftime show, I think, is a really, really strong contender. Literally in the Purple Rain in Miami. Hard to beat that one. Michael Jackson's original Super Bowl halftime show kind of set the precedent. But, yeah, that was a really good one. I mean, I like it a lot.
Talks about the Tom Petty one, though. Tom Petty one was
good.
great.
Tom Petty's the top 5. So consensus at least in the top 3. I know you had some of the old heads were haters, but
here's the thing, though. We're the old heads now.
I know, but I'm talking about the older heads.
Right. But that's the thing is like everyone's like, oh man, this rules. This is for us. It's like, no, because we're old now. That's why it's for us.
Yep.
They're catering to us. We're the consumers now.
I also think it depends on what genre of music you like.
Didn't you have somebody who was like, I wish it was Iron Butterfly?
Yes, somebody in my family. Yeah, a little bit older than me. Yeah.
I saw Stephen A. Smith on ESPN talking about, oh, I wish Method Man was there. Like what?
That doesn't make any sense. It's a whole LA thing. Like if it was in New York, sure.
Yeah,
no disrespect, because if this was in New York and you were making a hip hop show, you would have Wu-Tang. You would think you would have try to have Wu-Tang, Jay-Z, Nas, all of these legends from New York. But this was a California based. I know we had Eminem in there, but he came up under Dr. Dre.
So I gotta say, next year I believe it's in New Orleans. Are we gonna be make them say? Is that gonna be the halftime
I believe
show?
it's actually Arizona.
Is it Arizona?
No,
Darn it.
make him say nah.
So
no.
nah.
I think it. Are you sure?
Let me double check. Let me double check.
It might be New Orleans.
I think everybody's been saying New Orleans.
Yeah,
I
you
think
might be
we're
right.
I
You
think
might
we're
be right.
actually just all making it.
Well,
up
where are we
right
gonna?
now.
What do we got from Arizona?
Vegas is 2024, I believe.
But like what was that one? There's a rock band.
Well, Digital Summer, but
Digital
I don't
Summer.
think, I don't think they're going to be
Digital
doing any
Summer will be
halftime
playing
shows.
the halftime show.
Props if you know who Digital Summer is, by the way.
Yes, indeed.
I only know Digital Underground. That's
2023 Glendale, Arizona. It will be in February 12th,
Nice.
2023, State Farm Stadium.
Well, that
Glendale.
allows them to be kind of like like still West Coast base. You know what I'm saying? So it could be they could go back to like maybe a rock band next year.
Kings of Leon.
I
No,
couldn't.
it'll be-
Is that an Arizona band?
No, they're
couldn't-
Vegas, I think.
I couldn't name a
no
single one.
Digital Summer.
you go.
We got it.
All right.
What's the standing around Winslow, Arizona? That's
The
Eagles. The Eagles.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I think in general it's gonna be
maybe just Don Henley.
Yeah.
it's probably gonna be pretty hard for the NFL to top this year's halftime show. From what I understand, Dre put a lot of actually his own money into the show.
Yeah.
A lot of it. So he made sure that show was not gonna disappoint. And like the people involved with that show, you talking about those guys, especially Dr. Dre, like they do things at a very like high level. So in terms of production and stuff, so it's gonna be tough to beat.
So we got Arizona, then we have Vegas.
Yes.
Vegas, yes.
Okay, so the Vegas halftime show.
Ooh, baby, that's gonna be.
And-
Actually, the whole week leading up. I mean, is that going to be the most anticipated venue
yes.
to ever have a Super Bowl?
And thank God for the halftime show because the two teams are not what the NFL wanted. So I think the high viewership was due to the halftime.
Oh, now wait a minute.
Chill,
Yeah,
chill.
Okay. Look. If you are not a fan of the Bengals, you are not a fan of the Rams, that's fine. But you saw a extremely entertaining, well-played game on both sides. You couldn't have asked for more from a football fan. I'm sorry. I'm sorry the Niners were not in the game.
Except the fact that the Rams did buy their team. So, I mean,
everybody plays by the same salary cap. So I don't know how we bought a team.
because the geography of where you're located is what allows you.
Oh,
Because
okay.
nobody's going to go play for the Bills. You ain't going to see ODB go like, cool, I'm going to go to the Bills where it's really cold and I can't get jobs.
Stephon Diggs went to the Bills.
And what happened to him? You see him in commercials?
Probably in Buffalo.
Do you see Josh Allen in commercials?
Probably in Buffalo.
I think I've seen a couple.
Yeah, you should move on to the next segment because this is a
I know.
struggle. You
Oh,
gotta
man.
get that clown
The
get that clown like face paint over here.
The NFL wanted nothing more than the LA Rams in the Super Bowl. It should I should mention. They want
They
NFL
wanted
to
the
succeed.
LA Rams.
By the way,
Yeah.
here's your halftime show for Arizona. Stevie Nicks, Alice Cooper, Jimmy Eat World. There you go.
There you go.
They're from Arizona.
Jimmy Eat World, baby.
As is Linda Ronstadt.
That's a good
Yeah,
list.
wait.
Stevie Nicks would've been good.
You're saying all of those groups together?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's go crazy. Let's just go crazy. The Gin Blossoms were from Arizona.
Can we?
That's not a bad
Gin
list, though.
Blossom's nice. Can we get the we got to do the Fleetwood Mac song with the guy? I know it's a couple years old now, but the guy drinking the cranberry juice.
Got to get the guy drinking the ocean.
That's how it
Spray.
starts, right?
Yes.
He comes out on his bike drinking the cranberry juice.
Yes.
And the song kicks in, and we got Fleetwood Mac out there.
Yep. Followed by Jimmy Eat World.
Yep.
Everyone's
Jimmy
favorite.
Eat
Everyone's
World.
favorite
The
band.
middle,
still to
the
this
middle,
day.
baby, the middle. Let's do it. Let's book it. We should take prop bets already on who's going to be in the Super Bowl for Arizona a year in advance.
The Rams.
I would like to put in my.
No, I'm saying I'm more worried about the halftime show, but the Niners will be there next year. So
I'd like to
No,
put in
well-
my time off for the Vegas Super Bowl
yeah, I know,
Dude.
right?
because I feel like we should be there all week.
I think we're all going.
Get
I
us-
actually was talking to Doug. I'm like, we should make the Super Bowl like a company event. Like it.
I'll be down to do breaks over there.
Yeah, we need to do breaks.
Yeah.
In the tailgate.
Gotta do it.
Gotta
Gotta
do
do
it.
it.
I think it's yeah.
It's a must. It's a short trip, and it's Vegas. A lot of other things to do the days but leading up to it. I'm sure they're going to have huge concerts.
Insanity.
And it's going to be nuts.
Because you know what I will say about this LA one too, like, geez, like how was it being there, Dan? Because you just see all these every celebrity there at the Super Bowl.
It was probably terrible with the jersey on, sweating.
Like, it looked like a great time.
So
would have been a lot nicer at Levi.
February, 85 degrees and sunny. Could not ask for a better day. Doug is sitting here complaining he wasn't there. You can't. It was not hot.
Well, I didn't want to wait an hour and a half bathroom lines and miss
a
half.
Got right in. They figured that out. Got right into the bathroom. We had people buying us drinks in our section. Like people were just like, "Here, have a beer."
Oh man,
like that.
Awesome.
That's what kind of time we were having.
Yeah, and there was probably guys that had tags still on their Aaron Donald jerseys that they'd bought the day before that they showed up because there's not that many Rams fans.
Dude, I saw all the rappers and celebrities dancing during the halftime. I was like,
Dude,
damn, that looks lit.
It was best event I ever been to. Even if the Rams would have lost, it was the best event I ever been to.
Yeah.
I'd go again.
It tops the Atlanta event you went to, huh? When they
tops the Atlanta, yeah, the one I did not get into and they did not win. Yeah, it's a little bit better, but I do got to say, Patriot fans at the bar, we had a good time with them. They're respectful, unlike another fan base.
Patriots are class
I
acts.
also know of that is
they don't
not as respectful.
Bill Belichick doesn't buy championships. I mean, no one goes to play.
Dude, we didn't buy a championship.
I mean,
we didn't buy it. We didn't buy a championship.
Didn't recruit players to get money deals in LA. I mean, get Bitcoin, 37,000 for Odell Beckham.
Did Sean McVay go to Odell Beckham's house and was like, "Hey man, if you come to our team, well, what do you like? What do you think he got? Like a case of Red Bull or
no? I'm sure he's
a new car. Like
sure he's doing appearances and galas and he's making all kinds of extra money in LA. I mean, why wouldn't you?
But I'm pretty sure when he was in New York, he could have done the same exact thing.
There's no studios there as much.
So New York is
there are a lot of studios.
So
not as much, Cody. Jump on my side,
Doug. New York is a ghost town.
It is. LA. Got LeBron there.
Hey, let's just say the stars align for the LA Rams.
There had to have been more stars at this Super Bowl than any in the history
easily
of it.
because
So
it's Hollywood.
you mentioned it's a land of opportunities.
I met Isaac Bruce in the concourse.
You guys didn't sit next to any celebrities or athletes or anything?
No, my seats weren't good enough. To be honest with you.
I'll be honest. I saw some celebrities and rappers and stuff. They were pretty spread out. Like some were sitting up.
Like
high.
I was actually in the 400 section, and there's one section above us. It would be the 500. 400 section is actually where Eric Dickerson was getting his tickets, and he came out and refused to go because the Rams wouldn't.
Yeah, how disrespectful is that to the guy that built
now?
the Rams?
Jim Everett responded to that, and he was like, "I'm stoked to get 400 level tickets. I just want to get in the building."
Yeah.
Well, we're talking about a guy that would just fall before he got sacked, phantom sacked, to a guy that actually has the record for most rushing
great
yards in the
ambassador
league.
to the Rams franchise.
Eric Dickerson's a good man. They should have put him in the front row. They should have put him on the bench.
Him in the front row.
Yeah, they should have put him on the bench of the team.
Well, actually,
but that's what they do.
That was the issue with Jeff Fisher. He was on the sideline. Jeff Fisher was like, "I don't want him on the sideline anymore."
You think Jerry Rice would have been in the 400 section of Levi? No, they'd have put him right next to. They would have put him right next to Shanahan. He'd been sitting right next to Shanahan.
Holding the clipboard?
Yeah, I mean, you know what's going to happen to Odell Beckham 20 years from now? They're going to be like section 700 because there's like 800 sections.
They're going to add. They're going to build up.
They're going to build up. They're going to build up. Well,
so they're going to take the roof off so they can put a couple more
might as
levels
well.
in there.
Might as well.
You know what? With the expanding fan base that they have, they may need to do that.
Yeah, and the bathroom, you'll be there 5 hours now. You'll miss the entire game.
Man, dude, you are bitter. You're bitter, dude.
I'm holding it all back for the show, man.
You're bitter. I mean, tell us how you really feel.
No, I'm not bitter. I have 5 Super Bowl championships. You guys have 3
none.
more to
You have none. You never played for the Niners.
I did.
You have 0 championships.
I was on the team. My house is in the Providence of the stadium. I'm by default.
You should sell parking.
I should actually.
You should
that's a
sell
really
parking.
good idea.
You should hold up a sign.
Well, let's get into some hobby stuff. Enough of congratulations on the Rams, even with the asterisks. It's still great that you guys won.
Did we not play a full season now?
Sorry.
Oh man,
with that Von Miller and
with the Von Miller, but So you do know that we traded draft picks to get Von Miller.
Yeah, he wouldn't have been.
You think he didn't even want to get traded from the Broncos?
Yeah, he did because he went to the Rams. I'm
No,
sure
he didn't want to.
The Washington Commanders could have been like, "We'll give you 7 first-round picks." Von Miller, I got a trade clause. No trade clause.
No, he didn't want to go. They
forced him to go to L.A.
the Broncos traded him.
And let's be honest, Von Miller didn't win that single-handedly for the Rams all year. He helped a little bit.
It's Aaron Donald.
I mean,
it's Aaron Donald and the steroids.
I'll tell you, Odell Beckham. Yeah, he helped.
He helped a lot.
He
yeah,
helped.
He did. He had a touchdown.
He helped, and I.
but he didn't play in the second half.
And there
the
was
Rams
there
pulled
was
it out.
rumors that the Niners were going to try to get him, and he basically was like, "I want to go to a winning
No, we
team."
wouldn't want an injury-prone guy.
You guys wouldn't have taken him.
No.
You're gonna throw out. Who's your number 2? Who's your number 2 receiver?
Brandon Ayuk.
No, yes. No.
I would have taken him for what it's worth. Sorry, Doug. I feel like I keep cutting.
He's not even as. I'd rather have Jennings. I mean, I'd rather have Jennings than him.
That
So,
yeah. Okay.
You know,
You guys have Odell. You guys probably end up beating the Rams and go to the Super Bowl.
no, he'd probably be kicking a fan down or something.
And,
you
the,
know.
and the other thing, a lot of people.
not like a fan, like he did when he was in New York Giants, like a blowing fan. Not like a real, not like a person. So, but anyways, let's talk about some Series 1. We were at the premiere party last night in L.A., downtown L.A. We got to witness the first pack being opened by Ryan Sandberg, the Hall of Fame Cub. It was a fun event. We had a lot of hobby big names in the house. Ben Baller was in the house. We had Blake Jameson. Brittany Palmer was in the house. And it was a cool event. It was catered, open bar. And we all got packs to open, and Dan hit the home field advantage, the Tatis, which we are giving away on our social media. So check that out and get in that before it's too late, because we're probably going to pick a winner soon. But what did you think, Dan? What was your thoughts on the events and how they did it this year?
It was a good event. I actually expected there to be a lot more people there. I don't know if they just didn't invite that many, or because, I mean, if you're on the East Coast, that's a 5-hour flight during the week. I mean, I get it. But the event itself was well done. You know, Tops knows how to throw events for sure. And the interview was great with Sandberg. There was also, you forgot Scott Hansen.
Yes,
was also there.
He was in the building.
He was in the building.
I think DJ Ski might have been there too.
We did this before. Not Chris Hansen. Scott Hansen.
Scott Hansen.
Chris Hansen, that would have been. I could have had some conversations.
Yeah,
with
it
him
would have
about-
been. There'd be a whole other weird conversation happening.
That would have been a
was
different
happening.
show, guys.
What was his
Right.
intro? He'd be like, "Hi, I'm Chris Hansen." How would he step in? He always had the same intro when he would step in. That's catching those people.
Is that show still on?
Doing God's work.
Don't think it is.
No?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
I think he got into a little hot water. I don't know
Oh,
exactly what.
oh.
I don't want to throw anything out there, but I believe he also got in a little trouble.
Oh.
Yeah. Not.
No.
Really?
Would have been on his own show. Let's put it that
Oh.
way. I don't think it was that.
I like how we're like, because we're like dancing around the topic here.
Anyway.
But yeah,
He
yeah.
probably was like I don't know. He probably like crashed his car or something.
So getting back to the premiere party, ripping the pack, and I did pull that Tatis home. What do we call it?
Home field advantage.
Home field advantage. Which, as soon as I pulled it, I actually thought it was just a regular insert. Definitely a sharp looking card.
That
Very
Tatis is
very
cool.
very similar to another manufacturer that has a card close to it.
Which
But
is
not-
which is
I don't
coming up.
I don't see the resemblance.
Which is coming up.
Yeah, I mean barely.
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 Maybe if you squint your eyes, you could. might
And we'll
look
get
like
into. I know
someone
you guys ripped 5 cases yesterday, so
Yes,
we're gonna
we
get
did.
your guys' initial thoughts on that. I know people, and we do breaks, and we do a lot of high end stuff, and these events come up, and I think there's a lot of new people that come in the hobby, maybe didn't know about 2021 Top Series 1, and then they see this, and they're like. We had a guy in the chat who's like, why do they make such a big deal about this? This is a lower end product. And it's like, well, this is the essence of collecting. This is one of the reasons we're all here. I mean, baseball cards throughout the years always started with Top Series 1. So it's kind of just a big thing. Now, yeah, you're not going to get the 101 Trout patch autos and the triple autos and the books. There's stuff in there. But they're not coming out regularly like your definitive, your triple threads, which if that's your cup of tea, that's fine. This is the essence of building the base set. This is the essence of getting your favorite rookie from your team or just collecting your team. There's many different avenues with Topps that just is great, and it's somewhat affordable for the kids. A lot of parents, I know with my dad, they would build the set with me in the 87, 88, 89. So, for me, it brings back all those warm and fuzzy feelings of, doing that with my dad and building the set and looking forward to Christmas, getting cards for Christmas and stuff. It was always Series 1 basically or a complete set of that. So, and I do love the base design. At first I was like, there might be a little bit too much border for me, but I think it's very classic. I think Dan will agree that the border looks great.
I'm a border guy.
You're a border.
I love a good border on a card, and they did it perfectly. This is actually one of my favorite designs.
Yeah,
I think they did a really good job. And so, what do you guys, Cody and C-Rad? What was your thoughts on breaking this stuff yesterday?
I thought that overall, it was surprisingly really good because last year it's you expect obviously the stuff you want to collect, all of the first look at the cards, the first rookies and all that. But again, you're not going out there for the really big hits. But I think for what I was expecting, a lot more of some really solid, really exciting hits in this, and some great looking cards. I think we were particularly all about those flag cards, those city flag cards, which I think looked really good, solid design. So all in all, I think really solid.
Was it the city they're from?
The city
that they're playing in.
Exactly.
Oh, okay, cool.
So
I haven't seen one yet.
You had the San Francisco City flag with a Buster Posey card, or the Oakland City flag with a Matt Chapman card. They look really great. We pulled some Wander Franco ones of
now,
those.
is it the official city flag from the city?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Does the Oakland one have the tree?
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
sweet.
Yep.
That's
Yeah,
dope.
it's nice.
That's awesome. What does San Francisco have?
It was like an eagle crest. It was like I don't know exactly.
That's cool.
I was learning about city flags last night. Is also what
Nice.
part of it was. But I mean,
It's like you went to school too.
just seeing what the Wander stuff is going for right now. Obviously, this is it's incredible. Like the amount of insane value coming out of this thing to start off with. People are going crazy for the Wander stuff. So yeah, I think compared to last year, like what we were pulling, where it's base heavy, it's all that. There's still a ton of stuff to chase, and I think including those home field advantage cards adds a whole different dimension to Series 1.
What did you think, C-Rad? What did you like most about Top Series 1?
Yeah, I mean, just building on top of what Cody was saying, I mean, compared to last year, right? I know we had a lot of rookies that people were kind of chasing last year too, but just to have a big name like Wander out the gate helps a lot for this type of product. Like you were saying as well, like, listen, this ain't flawless, or National Treasures. We're not going to be pulling these big hits all the time. They're in there, but I think most of all, Top Series 1 speaks to a whole bunch of different baseball collectors, right? It's like more affordable. Kids can get into it and rip it with for themselves or with their parents. You know what I mean? Like, there's things to chase, and they're not, like you said, they're not going to pop out that often, but great designs. The city flag stuff, state flag stuff was dope. Those logo man medallions are dope, which usually was falling like once a case. Like, it's the MLB logo, but it's like a medallion.
Nice.
Kind of like what Black Gold used to do. But
nice.
But it looks cool because it's just the MLB logo, right?
Yeah, and they do like the most inserts and designs when it comes to Topps. A lot of thought put into it, obviously, and that's why they bring it in with this. Now, there's been a lot of hype behind it, and there's been a lot of craze. Do you think there would be even more if we didn't have this baseball strike looming? What are your thoughts on that one, Cody?
I think that maybe it is. Maybe the hype is there because we're having this baseball strike. I don't know. I don't think it would have mattered, to be honest.
I'm saying, would it be even crazier?
Okay.
No,
I don't necessarily think so.
Yeah.
I think that the Wander stuff was Wander was enough. Wander is enough to carry this strike, lockout or no lockout. Like, Wander is a sort of, I actually want to know from you guys, like, the last rookie in baseball in just Series 1, that has attracted this much attention from collectors.
Tatis?
I would say maybe it's Tatis.
Vlad, but then they did something weird with Vlad where they had some SPs first.
He was in Series 2.
Right. And then he was also an update.
And an update, but an update would have been, I guess, considered. We've had this conversation a million times. I think update would actually be considered his true rookie, even though he had a rookie in Series 2.
Yeah. And I think last year with Joe Adele, that was probably the big name coming out of the gate, but really wasn't.
Nothing compared to this.
I think
nothing compared to this.
Soto, maybe.
Yeah.
Tatis,
Ohtani, I guess.
Ohtani.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like the last guy you could probably say that just from the outset where everybody knew this is the guy was probably Ohtani.
But I don't think Ohtani was in Series 1, was he? Actually, he was. He was.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. I mean, obviously he came out in Bowman first, I think. So maybe he wasn't. Maybe he didn't make Series 1. Maybe he was,
Maybe it was Series 2.
or it could have been Update.
Update.
And that's the thing to
I can't
consider,
recall.
and we're going to get into some how much of that, the printing presses have ran on this product is you got to consider with these Wander cards that there's going to be probably the most Wander rookie cards in the history of rookie cards. And the reason also being is they're going to make complete sets where he's going to be featured in that. They're going to probably have a Fanatics version of the complete sets. They're going to have the Montgomery version of the complete sets. They're going to have multiple different versions of complete sets which will contain the card. And obviously, I think I heard they made 1 million hobby boxes, something like that. So you can kind of see here on the slide. So just with the odds breakdown on hobby, so these are hobby odds. You went from 2019 getting a gold card, which is numbered to the year. So back then it would have been 2019, 1 in 5. Then 2020, 1 in 14. Then 2021, 1 in 27. And then in 2022, 1 in 38. So you could see there how much more was printed. And I don't have a problem with it because it is what it is. And it needs to be available, right? It needs to be out there and accessible for people that want to buy a pack, want to buy a box. It is what it is. It doesn't need to be short print. What are your guys' thoughts on the rising numbers of the print?
The one thing I would say is that if you really, really want to get a raw Wander Franco rookie, I would probably not buy one right now out of the gate.
Yeah.
Wait. There's going to be a lot. I mean, when grading opens up, this actually may be one of the highest popped rookie cards that we've ever seen, because there's going to be so many of them. Mm-hmm. So I would wait. But I agree with you. I mean, this isn't a product that needs to be short printed. This is a product that it should be in collectors' hands. It should be readily available. It should be a good price.
Yep.
Yeah, and I don't know how much Fanatics had to do with this, if this was already planned. I mean, obviously Fanatics has taken over. Probably still too early for them to affect what's going on with this. It is available on their website, too. So they are right around the same price as everybody on Fanatics' website, which was interesting because Topps came out for a hobby box at $79.99, and I think it sold out instantly. But Fanatics has it at $129.99.
Something like that.
So $50 more from the parent company. So it's an interesting strategy of how they decided to do that.
I mean,
being the parent company with Fanatics.
I'll also tell you, like, they could have made more.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I know we're talking about they made a lot, but they could have actually made more of this product. Yeah.
Yeah, what you were saying, they could have made more. I think what's happening is like that deal with Fanatics is so new.
Yeah.
I think the entire 2022 line is going to be how Topps have always done things. It's going to remain normal. I think starting next year, 2023, is when they're going to ramp it up. Fanatics is going to definitely
Start
have
doing some more
say
things. Yeah.
because like Topps is good about, because we pre-order this stuff 6 months in advance.
Right.
So they're really good about, like, we already know what we're doing for the whole year.
Yeah.
Right? So, and this Fanatics deal just happened. So I would imagine Fanatics, the actual takeover, what they want to start implementing, won't start happening until the 2023 year.
And for those of you guys that are like trying to, I see the comments on Twitter, junk wax. I believe if you look at the numbers in the 80s, they were still significantly printed more in the 80s. Maybe double. I mean, we're getting close, but
they also, the tricky thing is that they only made one product.
yes.
Like, you would have 1989 Topps,
And that's
that would be it.
Well, and you didn't have numbered cards back then, per se.
Relics.
So I mean, I don't know if they kept printing it, but I'm sure if they made 500,000 boxes and those were all sold, they could possibly just print more before it came out. Whereas you're dealing with numbered cards and pack odds on this is once you make it, you can't make more, right? So, obviously you have Series 2 and Update now, but I'm going to jump ahead. I know from a few of our slides, since we are talking about Wander, it looks like recent sales of the base are around $37 right now. If you guys had to predict, and I'll start with Cody, where do you think 2, 3, 4, 5 months from now where this card is at?
A base Wander, I don't know, $5, $10.
$10.
I mean, it's that's I should say I was looking at some of the eBay listings. It has leveled off to about $20. which still feels
And
too high for that. We were pulling.
I was gonna say, were you guys getting
One a box.
one per box?
And
We
then
were
some
pulling-
boxes have two.
Yeah,
wow.
1 to 2 per box. I would say was the average for the Wander cards.
One for sure.
Yeah, one for sure. You were guaranteed one per jumbo, and then some had two. But yeah, I mean the rainbow foil here that was going for $400 that sold today. It's a non-numbered card. I mean, I think Greg hit like a 2022 card, and it was like, oh, what a huge hit! And it's numbered to 2022. So. It's everything. It feels like it's been skewed right now, and it's only a matter of time till it levels off.
See, I may be interested in buying the 20. I mean, there's no more than
Well,
2022
and
for
you
those.
you look at how well in comparison. You look at how well the Mike Trout numbered to, was it 2011?
Yeah.
And how well those do.
Yeah. I think those are between $5,000 and $8,000.
Yeah.
I think on a
So,
9.5.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's crazy to say a card numbered to 2022 is a big hit, but it is.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Yeah. Yep. So and then an auto. What is that? A black bordered auto sold for $1,400. That's
Yep.
crazy.
Nice.
I think for only a few hundred more. I mean, I haven't looked them up in a while, but I think for maybe maybe they're more than that now. But I mean, like you might be getting close to getting a Bowman base at that point, right? A Bowman
Base
base
auto.
auto. Yeah. So
PSA 10 or the raw?
they may be close to like $5,000. I haven't checked in a while, but I don't know. If I was gonna spend $1,300, I'd probably try to get something. For one, it's a redemption, but I would probably try to get something that's.
Actually,
I'd probably buy a Bowman's Best before I'd buy this personally.
If that card's live and not a redemption, it's probably worth about $2,000.
True.
The Trout 2011 rookie from Series 1 is worth 5.
Numbered to 2011.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Wander Mania has arrived. So yeah, the rainbow foil one is a little bit surprising, seeing that those numbers on that $400 for a rainbow foil, cool looking card. But $400 seems like a little bit too
Go
much.
back to your pack odds. I bet that's pretty tough pull.
And we'll have to also see. I know with PSA, I think they are, because you're obviously not going to want to spend. You're going to want the lowest service on a base. But I think they, from what I could tell, and I haven't got an update yet because I don't grade that much, but I think they allocate a certain amount per a month on how many of those $50 level services can be done. So if you don't get in when they open up, then you can't send your cards in. So
And that's already gonna take 6
yeah,
months.
so that's going to be tough to see any of these base Wanders graded in a while, at least in a Beckett or PSA slab. We actually may see some CSGs of these.
Yep.
I think we're going to start seeing some more
Hell yeah.
CSGs of these base Wanders, especially with the eBay stuff, with people going the eBay route. But I wanted to get into this downtown talk, right? So home field advantage. It shows you how many new people have joined in within the last year, because you're seeing comments like, obviously this is a downtown look. You can see here with the Bryce Harper, the downtown picture, and then you could see the home field advantage. Very similar, same idea.
One's got logos, one doesn't.
One has logos, one doesn't, which is good when it comes to that. And I think the hobby's been needing that. Downtowns do well in basketball, and maybe not as well in football, but they do very well in basketball. But I want to remind people that this isn't the first time a company has ripped a design off. The Superfractor design was created by Topps, and now Panini uses it. Leaf uses it. Other companies have probably used it. And you also got to remember of Bowman and Topps' inception is Origins.
Well,
completely. I mean, it's completely the same design. So Topps isn't the only guilty party of doing this. They're looking at it like, hey, maybe baseball's not going to be made by Panini in a while. We're going to have other licenses here coming in soon because we're fanatics. And we need collectors to have these really popular designs. So we're just going to completely take this design and put it into baseball and make it a case hit. And I think collectors are loving it. I think I've seen like $200 on Tatis, $300 on some of the other players. So I think it was a good choice of a design, and it kind of fills a void of a baseball licensed downtown.
Which one? Because we got 2 Harpers up there, right? That we're looking at. Well, which one do you prefer?
Design-wise,
Design-wise.
Panini, but if I want one for a personal collection, I want one with the logo, so I'd probably go with the Topps one.
But I'm talking just
design-wise?
solely design, like
Yeah,
nothing value-wise.
Well, I mean, if you're looking at them, and if you guys are listening to the audio podcast, make sure you jump onto Mojobreak Media YouTube, and you can see what we're talking about here. if you're looking at the Bryce Harper here from Panini, the downtown, it's more of a cartoon or a drawing, where the Topps actually used a real photo of the player, obviously photoshopped. I don't think he's really standing in front of all that stuff. And, have the cities in the background, so it's a real photo. I think it looks nicer. I think the home field advantage for me is a little bit big. I think it needed to maybe be a little bit smaller, but maybe that's because I'm not used to seeing that. I'm used to seeing the downtown. But I like it.
I go with the Topps design for the exact reason that you're saying. It's like it's not like a cartoon drawing. It's an actual photo. And I love how, they in both of them they kind of pay respects to that like city itself. But I love like that design by Topps, and I think they did an amazing job.
Well, here's a thought. Do you think they put these in chrome?
They're already kind of chromed.
They are, but they're not completely.
They're foil, yeah.
We can't chrome everything.
I don't know.
Yeah, but then you have like
don't.
You have like the base version, and then you have the chrome version, right?
Then you have the chrome black version.
I wouldn't be surprised if these made their way into another set like chrome.
Yeah.
What do you think, Cody?
I think it would be good if they kept this in Series 1 because I think it gives
it another layer.
There's something to like we said. There's something to chase here in Series 1, whereas there's already enough incentive to chase in Chrome in a lot of the higher end products. Whereas Series 1, this gives something, especially for a collector who can't afford some of those bigger products. This gives them something to chase where it could have, but it's a potentially awesome hit. Like we saw, like they're going already for like $200, $300 on eBay. So I think it's a cool thing to add in
and more.
Yeah. So I will say I do prefer the look of the downtown. I like the artist.
Yeah, I like cartoons.
I like that, but I also like that Topps is doing something like this. And like you said, Doug, like there's I mean, when I first was getting back into this hobby and being like, oh no, Topps is refractors and Prisms is silvers and this is that, like it's like wait, but it's all essentially the same thing. It's like, well, yeah, but they're different names. It's like, there's Coca-Cola, there's Pepsi, there's a million different kinds of lemon lime sodas. This is just how things work. So
I think this is a non-issue in terms of like if there's like some controversy on this, it's a non-issue to me. It's like every company copies something from each other. So
are we gonna start seeing kabooms? Call it something else?
Just a boom.
Just boom diggity. I don't know.
I mean, it would be nice. Let's get creative, everybody, is what I'm trying to say. Let's all do something different. And if you do something different, then it stands out. And then maybe another company copies you. Like clearly it's happened here with the downtown. There was something unique and fun. And Topps is on board with this home field advantage. So I guess my thing for Topps, especially as you're now going to start to have more of the sports on your side of things again and have the license, give people, don't just rest on your laurels here and just say we have all the sports, so why do we need to be creative? Get creative, have some fun with it.
And I love Topps coming out and having an insert like this that is doing well on the secondary market, because that is kind of Panini's deal, right? Like they have the short prints, the color blast, the kabooms that we were talking about, the downtowns, like they have all these different short prints that like command a premium on the secondary market. Topps hasn't really jumped into that. Now they have short print, like photo variations. They got heritage. They have like the color swap,
Sapphire
all that stuff. But those like really don't stand out as like huge chases. Like the color blast is like a huge chase.
Yep.
So it's good to see Panini or Topps getting into kind of what Panini has done really well the last like 3-4 years on.
Yeah, I mean, you could do a home court advantage if they do the basketball, then kind of roll it right into a downtown. What do you prefer, C-Rad, when it comes to basketball? Do you prefer the kaboom or the downtown if you had to buy one?
Kaboom or downtown? Oh, that's a tough question.
They're both his favorites.
I would probably put a slight preference towards the downtowns, and I'm only going to say that because it feels like they're going kind of ham with kabooms in multiple products and even standalone packs and stuff like that. You know what I mean? The kabooms, especially I love the early years kabooms because they were kind of like the downtowns, like more cartoony. I prefer the more cartoon look. So for me, my preference is downtowns and then kabooms.
I think I like the downtowns for basketball better, but
Yeah.
I like the kabooms for football better. I think for me.
That makes sense.
Now, I got another question. I don't think they have them, but do they have refractored versions of the home field advantage, like
Not
a
sure.
gold version of it, like a gold
we haven't
refractor?
seen one.
I
No.
don't.
haven't seen one.
I don't think they do. The only difference I've seen, and I haven't seen anybody pull it yet, is they have the legendary versions, which are super short print of Hall of Fame players in this home field with the home
Really?
field advantage design. That's what I've
Interesting.
seen. I haven't seen anybody pull it. I've read it in a couple places,
Wait,
but hasn't been out there yet.
whoa.
Like Willie Mays or
Like
something.
Hall of Fame?
Excuse me. The clown show.
the clown show.
Oh,
Pardon
that's right.
me.
Yeah. How could I
Yeah.
forget?
Pardon
yeah,
me.
Clown show.
I
show.
gotta put $1 in the
Yeah, that.
But yes,
yeah,
like-
that Hall. I never heard of it.
Right. But yes, Willie Mays, Babe Ruth, the like.
Barry
Nice.
Bonds,
Nice. Yeah, Barry. Maybe he'll be in there.
Maybe Barry.
So
Larry Walker,
That's right. Harold Baines.
David
I'm wearing a
Ortiz.
White Sox hat today, so I gotta say Harold
David
Baines.
Ortiz,
Frank Thomas.
Frank Thomas,
Right.
Tim Raines.
All in the clown show. Well, since we're on the topic of inserts, this is how we're going to do the giveaway for this week. So we're going to be giving away 2 2022 Series 1 Rip Party packs. I want to know what your favorite insert set is, and it could be in any sport. So I want to know what your preference is on inserts and why. Say why. Extra credit if you say why. So, there are a lot of different inserts amongst all the sports. And what is your favorite? So, and then we're going to name the giveaway winner from last week. Cody's got the big winner.
Winner from last week, we asked you what is your favorite Super Bowl food, and our winner is 402 Collector. Their favorite Super Bowl food, chili and cinnamon rolls
Together.
It's a Midwest thing that I did not know about, and it sounds
Like
insane.
biscuits and gravy, but
Wait. What is that? What is that combination?
Chili and cinnamon rolls.
I was just starting to get used to the fact about Cincinnati's chili.
Right.
Yeah,
and
I
spaghetti.
actually want to know how that worked out.
Let alone-
Delicious.
Did you prepared it? And
My wife made the chili, and then when you start putting it on, you go, wait a minute, it's literally just noodles with nothing on it, and instead of putting spaghetti sauce, you're just putting chili and cheese.
and that sounds good.
Yeah.
that sounds good.
beans?
Do you like chili, cheese, and carbs? Yes. No beans in it. No beans in a
Oh,
traditional.
just a meat chili.
It's just a meat.
So it's like
chili,
spaghetti in a sense, but you're not.
except it's chili.
But
Yeah.
it's chili, baby.
Yeah.
Slow cooker chili?
It was.
So
Ooh.
chili and cinnamon rolls.
Yes.
that is not that weird though, because like
Yeah, it is.
because you
Strange.
chili and like cornbread.
That's true. And I mean,
a little bit on the sweeter side.
Cinnamon rolls.
and you know there are.
Now, is it cinnamon rolls from like Cinnabon with like the
no
glaze on the
idea.
top?
No, I know some recipes of chili call for like cinnamon in it. So
I'm imagining like a Cinnabon.
Cinnabon, yeah, that's what I'm imagining.
You open up the middle like a clam chowder bread, and you
Delicious.
pour the chili in.
I'm okay with.
Sounds like a trip to the bathroom to me.
No, I'll mess with that.
I mean, I'll try everything once. I mean, everybody thought dipping your fries in your vanilla shake was weird, but I think a lot of people do that now.
So it's like a clam chowder bowl, but like a chili cinnamon bowl roll.
I didn't. Okay, now suddenly I was all into this, and now I feel that kind of sounds revolting.
Like chili in like a waffle cone, like a waffle bowl.
Well, now I've had that before. Something
that's
like
a
that.
thing?
That's.
Yeah, I think actually Disneyland has that.
I was about to say
California
they've got
They
something.
do.
They've got something where they've got like
Chili
a
in a
chili
cone.
cheese in a cone, in like a pretzel cone, and you can get that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean,
Probably like $400, right? If it's Disney.
Yeah, pretty much.
we went pretty vanilla at my Super Bowl party. Just burgers and dogs and nachos and wings, and I think somebody brought some crab that I just didn't feel like mixing all that together, so I didn't get down on the crab. But
Nothing wrong with that.
yeah, and some cupcakes at the end, and some Happy Dad seltzers, which I liked, which was the first time I've tried all 4 of the flavors of Happy Dads.
Nice.
Made me happy.
The Super Bowl tailgate food was amazing. My favorite was a mac and cheese bacon truffle dish that they had.
That sounds good.
Can't mess up mac and cheese. Any mac and cheese. is
Mac
good.
and cheese. You put mac and cheese, a little bit of bacon and truffle. Oh,
Amazing.
so good.
Kraft mac and cheese. I know a lot of people don't like that, but when you put it in the oven and
With ketchup on it.
What?
Yeah.
Who puts
Has
ketchup
nobody
on their
ever
mac
heard
and cheese?
ketchup on mac and cheese?
No, absolutely not.
I've done it, but I don't do it often.
No.
Yeah.
But
It-
it's something that's done.
It is a thing.
It
Definitely
cancels out
a
the
thing.
cheese.
So if you have a plate of Kraft mac and cheese and say you have some like French fries and there's ketchup and it gets on your mac and cheese, are you not gonna eat
A couple
it?
bites is fine, but no.
Okay.
It doesn't seem like.
How about A1
ketchup
on your
would
mac and
mess up
cheese?
You can
mac
put
and cheese
A1
that
on
bad.
anything. You
What's
can
that?
put A1 on like a boot, and I'm like, I'll eat it.
Yeah,
Like,
I do love me some A1.
Like I love A1.
A1's the best. I don't care how good the steak is. I know people say, if you make a good enough steak, you don't need A1. Well, A1 tastes damn good, so I don't care.
A1 on a burger is amazing.
Yeah.
A1, and literally A1 on anything.
Ice cream. It's great.
Hey,
I like,
yeah,
I
I'm
like
down.
Putting,
I'm
I
down.
like putting A1 on my mashed potatoes.
Oh, dude, like I said,
and mushrooms.
drink it out of the bottle. Like I'd take a nice big 20-ounce glass of A1 and just sip on it.
So we've got
Fine
some
IPA.
By IPA. Well, it sounds like a nap afterwards. Can Topps F1 maintain momentum in 2022? We're on the heels of a 2022 base version of F1. Obviously, we had Lewis Hamilton Mania between the two releases they released last year. What do you guys think? Do you think there's still fans out there that are going to be buying these second-year Lewis Hamiltons? I'm sure there's a few rookie names coming up. What do you guys think?
I think we're gonna find out very soon.
I think the hype is going to continue right into it. I think you gotta think about F1 last year. They really didn't make that many products. There was
two.
There
Yeah,
was
well,
well,
three
there was
Sapphire.
Dynasty, Sapphire,
And Chrome.
Chrome.
That's it. Yeah.
And all of them were huge. Secondary market went through the roof
But,
on it.
I know it's a different sport, but look what happened with Prism WNBA, right? First year, bunkers, right? Because we had the first.
But that never got to.
But initially, it was pretty big. I mean,
It-
the cards
it-
of
but it never-
Ionescu.
Never got to.
What
Never got to the point where F1 Chrome and Sapphire were at.
True, but I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how it does. I know that it's gained a lot of steam, no pun intended, and we'll see what this release does. Now, I thought they were coming out with a flagship base last year. They didn't, so this is going to be a flagship base. So I don't know. I guess you could say this is the first flagship base, Lewis Hamilton, if you want to be that guy and be like an eBay 101 type thing.
Yeah.
Cody, what are your thoughts on these cards?
I think it's gonna be I think it's gonna be a little tough to keep the interest going, just because it's that novelty of, like, not only are you getting all these rookies, but you're getting the first Lewis Hamilton, you're getting the first of all the big names, and you can't hold on to that anymore. Now there's been like a huge spike in interest in the sport. So clearly people are going to be chasing after rookies that they know that are coming up. Like you said, I think this is going to be the 2020. This is considered still 2021, so it's the 2021 Topps design for the base cards, not the 2022 like we've been seeing with Series 1. So like there is that as well. I think that's a novel point. I think the only other main thing to be chasing in this is like race-worn relics. So if you are looking to complete your set, and
So
that's
they're going to
really
have relics in the set?
Yeah, there will
Okay.
be race-worn relics in here. So that's really, like, if you are looking to just complete your set, like, that's really the biggest chase.
Well, and I've heard some rumblings from people that do collect and are involved in this a lot, and I think they said that, so F2 is kind of like the minor league, right, of the race, and they had F2 brands, as you see on here with this Oscar Piastri, and now some of these, I think a couple of these drivers that had rookies F2 have gotten promoted to F1. So they were saying maybe Topps shouldn't have put a rookie card logo on an F2 because it's kind of like a minor league. Maybe it should have been more of a prospect card. Now that they're in F1, some may consider these guys their rookie card because now they're in the big leagues in a sense. They're racing against
That's
Lewis
true.
Hamilton. So we'll have to see how that plays out of a guy that had a Chrome F2 rookie that got promoted to F1. And if anybody knows more about this in the chat, in the comment section, please drop some knowledge on us for that. But
Also, I want to add too, with things like F1 and UFC and WNBA Prism, the reason why the main sports are successful, right, and we can sell the same product the following year, is because there's a ever rotating rookies in each sport, right? Where F1, like you said, there is going to be some F2 guys coming up to F1, and then UFC, maybe there are a couple new fighters that are hyped up that are going to have a rookie card. but the change in roster isn't as drastic as in baseball, basketball, football every year.
Right.
That's what sells the products every year because you're going after the newest guy.
Yeah, right.
So
A
that's
lot of
something
guys
to
stay, yeah.
that's something to look at. Like, is it going to be enough if only a couple of names are changing every single year with UFC and F1 and WNBA Prism? You know what I mean?
Right. You're right. There's a lot more change in all the other sports. New rookie classes coming in, new players coming in. Well, let's talk about the Super Bowl boost for the guy that had a tremendous year, the Triple Crown winner, the Super Bowl MVP. Do you guys think right now for Cooper Stafford, this is the time to sell?
Cooper Stafford, huh?
Well, if you look at him, I mean, he looks exactly like Kelly Stafford. So maybe related somehow. I don't know. Fix might be in.
Wow.
Dude, compare the faces.
I'm
incredible.
Okay, so
Incredible how much he looks like his wife.
Best receiver in the game right now.
Can't debate that.
Can't debate that. And I mean, what did he not do this year in the Super Bowl? What he needed to come up big. Odell went out. He came up.
Well, he tried to lose the Tampa game for him, but I mean, he did make up for it in the Super Bowl.
He tried to lose the Tampa game.
He fumbled the ball.
He fumbled.
Yeah.
Well, the whole team fumbled. Everybody fumbled. Everybody, like Cam Akers fumbled. Stafford fumbled. They snapped the ball over Stafford's head.
Yeah, that was a crazy quarter. Yeah,
That was a bad time. If you would have told me right then and there while the Rams were melting down in that game that they were actually going to come back and end up winning the Super Bowl, I'd have been like, "What are you smoking? What are you smoking?"
Yep.
But they did. But yeah, Cooper Kupp, receiver, getting some love,
and that makes me happy, regardless of my choice of teams. This makes me happy to see a guy from 2017. That's my only complaint. Is this going to be hard to buy the boxes because obviously there's Patrick Mahomes that year too. But to see his silver PSA go for $560, PSA 10, a select go for $525, and a purple crystals PSA 10, $1,600. I mean, this is getting close to quarterback pricing. And that's good because, I mean, there's only like 4 to 5 guys to collect. You throw in somebody like this. It gives many more options, many more, you get a team. You get the Rams now, and like say somebody is doing a 2017 break. It's not a bummer that you missed out on the Chiefs. You got the Rams. You got another guy to chase. And I think it's good for the hobby. Now, do you think that there's anything he can do next year to make his prices go up? Or is this the pinnacle?
I mean, if he obviously wins another championship, I mean, I don't know if you can go in with an expectation of having a better year than he had.
Right. That's really hard to top.
I mean, it's going to be not impossible, but you got to figure there's going to be teams that are going to have a game plan with somebody else is going to have to beat us. It could not be Cooper Kupp. I mean, he may get triple covered next year. Mm-hmm. So, and it's a prime example. And you want to talk about like why Odell Beckham wanted to come to the Rams? Well, because Cooper Kupp's going to get double covered.
Yeah.
He's going to get single covered. If he goes anywhere else, he's going to be locked up with the other team's best DB. Cooper makes everybody better around him.
Yeah, he's a good guy too. It's hard for me to say, but he's
great
definitely a good guy. And he
had
had the Kobe jersey on today.
Kobe jersey on today at the parade. He had a 8 on the front. 24 on the back. But was that actually what it was, or was
I think it was an 8 and then a 24 on the back. It was a cool jersey.
Aaron Donald ripped off his shirt. He was shirtless.
Yeah,
in the parade.
That's kind of how my physique looks when I take my shirt off. But yeah, I just don't want to do that on the show and embarrass you guys. I thought about it though, but we got some Rams on the rise. We got Kelly Stafford and Aaron Donald and ODB. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's Matthew Stafford. First, I want to talk about Richard Sherman. Came out with a controversial opinion on Matt Stafford, saying that he is not a Hall of Famer at this point in his career.
You know who's not a Hall of Famer?
Crazy.
Richard Sherman.
That is crazy.
How about that, Richard?
Yeah, but he has the hardware to go along with it. Stafford doesn't.
He has a championship. He has one.
He has one, but he has all pros and he has Pro Bowls.
Okay. So
Stafford does not have an All-Pro. Believe it or not, he does not have an All-Pro.
But who did Stafford play with? Like who else was a quarterback while Stafford was also a quarterback?
Yeah, there was a really good class, but you got to be better than those guys.
Peyton Manning, Aaron Rodgers,
Drew Brees.
It's gonna be tough to be. And let's face it, he was on bad teams. What all those other guys, they have one thing. They were all on good teams.
But that didn't stop Calvin Johnson from being a Hall of Famer. He put Hall of Fame numbers up. He's an All-Pro.
Who was throwing the ball?
Matt Stafford.
Yeah.
Does Trent Dilfer go in the Hall of Fame because he won a Super Bowl? I'm just saying. I kind of started looking at the. I thought before I read that from Richard Sherman that he was a Hall of Famer, and then I started saying, well, yeah, he doesn't have All Pros. He doesn't have any Pro Bowls.
We're also basically saying that Matt Stafford is done. Like you don't think he's going to pad his stats a little bit? What is he? 30,
no, I mean he's
30,
got 4 more years.
He's
yeah,
like
he's
30,
got 4 or 5 more
33,
years.
34, something like that.
His stats should be up there by the time he finishes.
I think he's one of the.
If Marino made it. Why can't Stafford make it?
Marino, though, there were years
Yeah.
where Marino was clearly the best quarterback in football in his career.
Where's his hardware?
Now, and here's what you're right, and I'm not
he's a
saying
Hall of Famer.
I tend to, and right now, if you told me right now you got to make a decision, is Matt Stafford a Hall of Famer? I'm probably leaning towards yes, but yeah, it is true. He never was the best of the best.
But I mean, what are the requirements for Hall of Fame? You got to be the top 4 of your generation, top 5 of your generation. He's not even in the top 6 of his generation at this point. So I mean,
but are we considering his generation Tom Brady?
Yes.
Drew? I don't see that as Matt Stafford's generation. I think his generation's like Russell Wilson, Matt Ryan. That to me, those are his contemporaries. Now, I guess that makes it because I know Richard Sherman was arguing this. If Matt Stafford's a Hall of Famer, then Matt Ryan's a Hall of Famer.
because Matt Ryan actually has an MVP in the league.
No Super Bowls, of course.
How many
No
Super
Super
Bowls?
But
Went to one.
we don't
Dude,
have to-
are we valuing MVPs and Pro Bowls over like championships now?
Who'd they name the MVP of the league for this year?
I swear we had a conversation where like we were talking about quarterbacks and championships were like the main criteria, and now the Stafford won one. We're not worried about that. We're talking about Pro Bowls and
But
MVPs.
did he win the game, or did the Rams defense win the game? He threw 2 picks.
Jared
touchdowns.
Goff's in that game. The Rams lose.
Oh, 100%. I don't disagree with you there. And I think I applaud the Rams franchise for getting rid of Goff and moving on, even though he went to the Super Bowl. I think the Niners should have done something like that. But, I mean, I started looking at the stats, and I'm like, yeah, he's not in the top 10 of his time.
You said top 6.
I know, it keeps
now
going back
top
to
10.
top 15 soon and
Well,
later
he's
in the
top 10
conversation.
now.
Might be top 20.
Oh, okay. Again, Matt Ryan, Russell Wilson, maybe Alex Smith. You can put Alex Smith in that.
Is Russell Wilson a Hall of Famer?
Russell Wilson's a Hall of Famer.
First, surefire, no doubt Hall of Fame.
And if Russell Wilson,
He's this
like,
generation's
I think
Steve
I
Young.
think we are. The NFL Hall of Fame is not the baseball Hall of Fame. I think we're judging it based on the baseball Hall of
It's
Fame.
a lot of well, that was Richard Sherman's was his point of view that it's almost too easy. We're letting everybody in, and that was his point of view.
Okay, well we're basically like saying Stafford is just an absolute scrub. Like he basically is barely held on to even being in the league.
Well, how many quarterbacks? And I know it's hard to say because it's the Lions franchise, and they need to fix it over there because they haven't won in forever. But he was there for how many years? 10 years, and he didn't win a playoff game. How do you go to a franchise for 10 years and not win one playoff game?
The rest of the team stunk.
But
He
he had a Hall of Fame, arguably the top 5 receiver of all time on his team.
True, but he had nothing else.
Yeah.
He had Sue for a little bit.
So is he? Apparently, he should just go out there and play like inside linebacker. Learn how to basically stop the run as well. Maybe safety. Maybe be like an end. Like, what do you want him to do?
Did he lead the league in interceptions this year too?
Yes, he did.
Okay. Just saying.
You got to take a chance, man.
He is a volatile quarterback, and you know who else was a volatile quarterback? Is a guy like Brett Favre. And I'm not saying he's Brett Favre, but I'm just saying.
So if Jimmy Garoppolo leads the league in interceptions, but you win a championship, are you going to be sitting here talking about? Well, Jimmy G. If he threw those interceptions, so
he's not a Hall of Famer.
Take this.
I'm speaking strictly on a Hall of Fame. We're talking about the Hall of Fame here. I'm not talking about Super Bowl championships because you're right. They don't look at Super Bowl championships as much. They look at MVPs. They look at Aaron Rodgers did not. He got ousted again, but he won MVP. And that hardware is looked at more so. Now, I think if Stafford would have won Super Bowl MVP, then that would have been a little bit more
Yeah,
of
he
a difference.
should have done more, tried harder.
But
I mean, we are just going to absolutely take this away from him. He's at the parade right now, just trying to enjoy it, and we're just like, you know what? Give me that trophy back.
no, it's a good discussion.
We're trading you back for Jared Goff.
It's
We're doing a little swap here.
It's very similar to the Buster Posey argument. I think it's split. I think there's 50-50, but he's going to have 4 or 5 more years, and if he continues doing what he's doing, he's a surefire Hall of Famer. I think right now it's just teetering. He's teetering on what he's accomplished in his career.
I think he retires right now. I think he goes into the Hall of Fame. Maybe not first year. Maybe second year or third year. But I think he ends up going into the Hall of Fame.
So we're looking at $1,100 on a what is that? A Topps Chrome Blue refractor, non-auto, and a gold refractor auto of Stafford, $2,550. That's back from 2009. Then you go over to Aaron Donald, which this may be a good price here. PSA Gem Mint Chrome. And the only thing that sucks is it's like a workout photo. It's not, and he's not in his uniform.
Start saying that he's not a Hall of Famer.
Well, I was going to ask you guys if he retires. He retires today, is he a Hall of Famer?
Come on now.
He is.
Of course he is. I haven't given my opinion. I'm not saying. I'm not saying
you
he's
could.
not.
And I'm going to be a homer here, but you could make an argument that he is maybe the greatest football player ever to play.
But did he play long enough?
Yes.
Okay.
But he actually, people are going to look back at Aaron Donald and go, we don't know if anybody played his position better than he did.
And he made. You could make an argument that he should have won the Super Bowl MVP over Kupp. For what he did with the 2 sacks and all the pressures that he had, and literally the last play of the game where Ramsey fell, Burrow was in the clutches by Aaron Donald.
I think if Kupp only scores 1 touchdown and the Rams still win, I think Kupp having that clutch touchdown with like a minute and a half left in the game or whatever was basically cemented him getting the MVP.
So, yeah, I mean, I think that Chrome is a good buy. That absolute kaboom is kind of crazy price, Cody. Where would we find this? $5,300 for a 2021 gold kaboom numbered to 10. And apparently the breaker didn't keep it. They decided to actually give it away, right? So, gold kaboom.
Good on them.
That is crazy. I wonder if that got paid. I mean, that just shows you the love. We're talking about inserts. Gold kaboom, Aaron Donald, not even a rookie. $5,300. His rookie Chrome, $229. It's insanity.
Yeah. The gold kabooms are crazy.
People love kabooms.
And then we got Odell Beckham, which could be a buy. I mean, 2014 contenders were a lot higher than they show on the screen. $300 for a BGS 9, and then a Bowman Chrome refractor for $157. I mean, obviously a fraction of Cooper Kupp's prices. So, all right. So now that we're on the topic of the Super Bowl, we had Joe Burrow with a commanding performance. Fell a little short, got sacked too many times, couldn't get the ball out. Who will be 2022's Joe Burrow? We've got Kyle Trask, we've got the great Trey Lance, we got Trevor Lawrence, and we have Jordan Love. And I'll start with C-Rad. Who do you think could be the sleeper going into next season and have a season? I mean, it's going to be hard to have a season like Joe Burrow, but who could be next year's Joe Burrow?
Based on what I've seen and where the team is at currently, it's got to be probably Trey Lance, bro.
I can get you a hat if you want.
I think he's in the best position, I feel like.
Yeah, I think that's
they might have yellow and blue Niners if you want.
The thing is that like that's kind of an obvious because know that like
it's hard to say
the Niners
else,
were
man.
They were 1 win away from going to the Super Bowl. Jacksonville, not so much.
Yeah, they were.
But that last victory of the Jacksonville was
we don't know if Kyle Trask is actually the guy.
Right.
Like we know Lance is going to be the guy at least for next season.
There's an argument that Jordan Love's not even the guy yet.
I know.
Especially, I don't know. It's I feel like the Aaron Rodgers situation is changing every day.
Yeah, how bad is that, though, if they bring back – I mean, obviously the fans probably want Aaron back, but now you have the 3rd year of a guy you drafted in the 1st round, so you only have 1 more year left on his rookie deal, and he still hasn't played.
There's a chance that Jordan Love gets traded instead of Aaron Rodgers this offseason.
Good point.
I think Lance is gonna do some good things, but I also think Niner fans need to be prepared for a little bit of a learning curve and some growing pains. He's gonna make bonehead throws. He's gonna make not the greatest decisions. You got to think of going into next year, truly his rookie season.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't really do anything to prepare himself to take over the reins from Jimmy G.
He had 117 quarterback rating against the Texans.
He played one game.
He won that game.
Okay.
He started and won that game.
Texans,
he actually
bro.
played 3 games and he came in.
Texans.
But they just beat the Chargers the week before on a big game when the Chargers were steamrolling other teams. You could say that the Texans knocked the Chargers out of the playoffs.
Niner fans, man.
I'm an NFL fan. I'm not even talking about the Niners.
Goes in, plays like 3 quarters, and it's just
But
like.
he had 117
Is he
rating.
a Hall of Famer?
Could be.
He's
Could
going
be.
in.
Sitting in
If he,
the Hall of Fame.
if he retires today, is he going to the Hall of Fame?
He's already got his, could be. Without even throwing a pass, he threw a few passes. But actually, Debo's.
I also love the 117 quarterback rating. Like that's why.
He won a game at home, and the reason why we made it to the playoffs. I mean, if he didn't win that game, we may not have made the playoffs.
Well, you wouldn't have.
Exactly.
But 100. Okay.
Better than Jimmy, actually, and he has a higher completion percentage to Debo Samuel than Jimmy does. So, the guy that changed the football.
So
Building the rapport.
he played three quarters, right?
He played a full Texans game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he started and
Okay.
finished that game because
Okay.
Jimmy couldn't play.
And I think he threw like 17 passes or something or didn't he wasn't he like 17 for like 33 or something?
It was a bad first half, but he made adjustments.
He did not. It was not a great game for him, but just so happens
he had
his
117
quarterback
quarterback
rating
rating.
was 117.
Well, doesn't that mean something?
He had a up and down first half and a good second half.
And not to change on the great Trey Lance because we all know how great he is, and that's where I'll be putting my money. Is Jordan Love? I was talking to the guys from Slab Stocks. We'll check them out. I'm sure you guys already follow them on Instagram, and they're from Wisconsin. They're big Packer fans, and they were saying that, which I didn't really think of this until now, was they feel like the Packers brought in Jordan Love to light a fire under Aaron Rodgers because that speaks into Aaron Rodgers' style of like he needs somebody to push him and have a chance to I'm the man. What are you talking about? I have a guy behind me. I'm the man because he's had 2 MVP seasons since Jordan Love is
it lit a fire
drafted.
on.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, almost.
So it's almost like they drafted Jordan Love as a prop.
Almost made him
You know what I
retire,
mean?
but whatever. Like it kind of backfired, didn't it? It lit a fire so much he was like, I want to leave. I'm out.
Well, that game that Jordan Love played this year though wasn't the greatest. I mean, granted, I don't think he had Devontae Adams in that game either, but
And it was against Kansas City.
it was against Kansas City.
in
yeah.
Kansas City.
Yeah. That's a hard.
That's tough.
It's
What
not,
was
the,
it- what
it's
was
not
it-
the Texans at home. I know.
What was
I
his
know.
quarterback rating?
Probably not 117.
Probably not.
Not even sure he had 117 yards in that thing. It wasn't a good game.
I mean, what about the Bears? We're not even talking about Fields, right?
I mean, I think Nagy being gone is a good thing for them, and we'll see how they build upon that.
what about Tua?
They don't like Tua
Did
for
we,
some
we
reason.
Well,
giving up on Tua? What about,
I think that the coaching changed. The Niners guy coming in there, and I think that actually might be maybe the guy we're not even thinking about. Dolphins were way better than they had any right to be last year. They're not that far off. They are. If we were to throw him here, he's probably the closest, other than Trey Lance, of being on a team, leading a team to the playoffs.
let's go completely opposite. I know we're talking about who's going to be the next Burrow, but Ryan Fitzpatrick probably not going to retire. Where is he going to? He's probably going to start somewhere. Where does he go?
He's going to have 6 amazing games in New Orleans, and then will fall off the face of the earth like
Yep.
he does every year.
Yep.
I actually think
Fitzmagic,
I
baby.
actually think he goes back to Tampa Bay.
Well, I mean, there's some free agents that are going to be. I mean, wherever Jimmy goes is going to affect. If he goes to Tampa, then we're not going to collect Kyle Trask, maybe, right? I mean,
Yeah.
if he goes to
Yeah.
Miami somehow, then what? Him and Tua? What's? I mean,
How many Niner fans basically leave the faithful and follow Jimmy Garoppolo wherever he goes?
Like 5%.
Maybe
50,
we don't want
50,
him. We don't want.
50%.
We don't want those fans.
50%. 50%.
Jimmy was a great leader, and he's a soldier out there on the field, man. He's got his heart's in the right place, and he's a great clubhouse guy. But
Wonderful smile.
Wow.
Yes.
These are all facts that we don't know.
He's a high
We
motor.
we have no idea.
He's a high motor guy.
He's a high motor guy.
Yeah, he's just constantly at a 10.
You watch a Niner game?
All
Doesn't
of
really look like a high motor guy.
all of them. But no, I mean we love Jimmy, and we just want to see what we just want to see what Trey Lance can
You
do.
love him so
know?
much, you just kicked him right out the door.
Yeah, we did. We did. But and that's the same thing when you compare Stafford. When you got a defense like that, you could be a mediocre quarterback. Well, Garoppolo was below mediocre when the game was on the line in the big games. So that's where we're at.
But he had a lot of intangibles that you just were talking about. But when it came down to winning football games.
I left out the fact that he's not mobile and he can't throw a 40-yard pass.
But you did say high motor.
High motor.
High motor and not mobile.
And his throwing arm was probably going to fall off at any moment
Yes,
as well.
with the shoulder.
Can't forget that.
Yeah, he did play through some injuries this year, and
Only
left
guy
it
in the
all
league
out
who
there.
does that.
Yep.
Only guy in the league who's ever played through an injury.
That's called the heart of a champion right there.
Yes, it is, and I hope he goes and makes a playoff
Burrow
game
actually
somewhere else.
sprained his MCL and played.
I'm pretty sure
half the game.
Stafford's been dealing with a back issue all year.
Yeah,
All year. I don't think he's ever fully recovered from that back injury.
that guy. I mean, that guy is a true warrior. I mean, what was that game when he was on the Lions where they like slammed him to the ground and he was like holding his arm like this, and
Yeah,
he ran to the sideline, and I think there was a timeout, and he just like put himself back together, and he was out there on the next play. Looked like he was going to be carted off to being back on the field. I mean, it was incredible.
And that was probably a 2-10 Lions team that he was
Probably.
going out there, and he's like, "We're gonna win this game."
Heart of a champion, just like Jimmy G.
Well,
Maybe Jimmy G will go to the Rams, be back up to Stafford.
I think Jimmy G gets a starting gig.
Yeah.
I think 100. I think wherever he goes, he starts.
Talking about
I will
Washington
give
Commanders.
Jimmy G this. Like, don't know about his quarterback rating and all the other stuff you were talking about, but he does win football games.
Yeah, he does.
I think there's at least, 6, 7 teams that Jimmy G would represent a better option for starter right now.
I agree.
I mean, he's marketable. He's got that Brandon Crawford vibe. He puts some meat in the seats.
Yeah.
Who do you think could be a better quarterback, Brandon Crawford or Jimmy Garoppolo?
Brandon Crawford.
Don't forget, Brandon Crawford's
actually,
star
I
QB
will
in
tell
high
you that
school.
I am pretty sure Brandon Crawford can throw a ball farther than Jimmy Garoppolo.
Let's make it happen.
Do like an Uncle Rico from Napoleon Dynamite challenge. Brandon Crawford, I'm throwing over this mountain right now.
How about that? What about if Brandon Crawford came out and he's like, "I'm switching sports and I'm gonna be the new starting quarterback for the Niners."
Oh my God.
That'd be awesome.
It would be one of the most incredible things ever. It would be amazing. It'd be wonderful. I don't even care if they go 0-17. It'd be awesome.
Watch it all play out. Well, I think that we got to get C-Rad in on the breaks here. We're getting short on time, but thanks for tuning in to The Hype, guys. Make sure you check out Mojobreak.com. Please comment below on your favorite inserts to get a chance at winning these exclusive Topps Rip Party packs. We got Elite Basketball about to hit the site soon, the new rookie class. Well, I'm sure we'll be talking about that on next week's episode of The Hype. 21-22 is here. So we'll start seeing these rookies come out. And, follow us on Mojobreak M on Twitter, at Mojobreak_com on Twitter and Instagram. We're currently running some giveaways on those as well. So jump in and try to win some stuff there. And we'll see you guys next week on The Hype.